What's going on, guys? SUDDOTH here, back again with my new computer build. So right now we have the RTX 3090 Zotac. This is going to be swapped out for the 3080 MSI Gaming X Trio once that comes in. But what we got here is the MSI kind of complete build. I got everything discounted, a little bit on sale for Black Friday and recently. So we went with the Vengeance Pro Corsair DDR4 3200 gigabytes of RAM, and it's 3600 megahertz. We got the Evo 970 Plus. I decided to spend $30 extra and get the Plus versus the regular, just for the extra performance. Since, obviously, maxed out as much as you can with the SSDs. We got the MSI triple core liquid CPU cooler, the i9-10850k. This is a 10 core 20 thread. It is 0.1 gigahertz slower than the 9900. The 109 series. It is so much cheaper. So I went with this one, and then we got the 850 watt power supply unit. I do have 1000 watt in my other computer, but this one seems a little bit newer. So I might use that one with the 3090, but we'll know. We'll just probably stick with the 850 for now. I think it should be fine. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and get everything unboxed, start to get put together, and we'll be back. All right, so far we got the power supply unit out of the box. We got all the cables here in the power supply unit. So we're gonna go ahead and now probably start getting the motherboard out here and get it set up on the table, make sure everything posts, and modify the gaming case a little bit just so it can fit the big cooler, and start getting this all situated. All right, so now we got the cooler opened up. So these three fans that come on the case, we're gonna swap them out with the ones that come with the cooler. These are the two ball bearing fans. There's three of them actually in here. So these are gonna be swapped out. And then we're gonna go ahead and apply some thermal paste to the actual cooler, which is supplied already, which is nice. It's not pre-applied, but you do have to put it in yourself. So we'll go ahead and get this all opened up in the case, start assembling that, and getting this thing ready to fit. So this box just came in. It did have a little bit of damage, and we'll turn it around. This thing here, not all in the best shape. We hope that everything is fine. Hear rattling, so we will see. A little ding here. Shouldn't be bad, hopefully. Let's open it up and make sure everything's good. All right, so good news, nothing looks damaged. Everything looks good with the case. It is a nice case. It had a screw that was just dangling around up in there, so we got to figure out where that goes to. Next, we got to take these stands off because we have to move the hard drive tray over so we can fit this big cooler in. So I will start unassembling that. That's the only thing that we have to do. And then put the feet back on, and we should be good to go. All right, so now that we have the glass off and the back side, we went ahead and popped the top piece off. It's really simple. You just pull up from the bottom and pop it off. So now we just took the two screws off here from the stand. So this was the stand. Took those two screws off. This comes right off. And now we need to take these four screws off, which is what's going to move the bay here underneath. This little tray right here for the hard drive tray. I'm going to take mine off completely, but you can just move it over. So if you need it, because my power supply is going to be right here. It's going to take up a little bit more room. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll show you. I'm going to disconnect these front fans and install the fans that came with the cooler. All right. Alrighty, so we got all the old MSI fans out with the new fans on here. They're a little bit nicer and thicker. Probably do a little bit more flow through the actual computer case. So what we're going to do, we're going to reroute all the cables, plug it back into the controller board. But next, we're going to go ahead and install the other pieces here. We got, you know, a couple screws we got to take out once we get the actual cooler in. You know, this bracket's kind of a little sturdy, you know, it should be fine. But once we start stacking these other on top, you know, we got to start putting in the screws. You can start with the short screws, but like I said, you're going to have to put the long screws in. So at some point, you know, you got to take those back out and screw the other ones in. So. Alrighty, so we got the fans installed. Now we're going to go ahead and start getting the motherboard and some RAM and the CPU attached to it. Alright guys, so now we got the cooler in and the CPU and the motherboard all installed. So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to get the SSD installed here soon. And then we're also going to get everything put back together. We're going to install the power supply unit, run the cables, and go from there. All right, so we got the M.2, but they don't supply the M.2 screw for some reason. I'm not sure why it's missing on this carbon motherboard, but we're gonna have to either, you know, get rid of it or I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out, but oh yeah, pulling out the new plastic. Okay. All right, see if we can find a screw. If not, YOLO. All right, so now we got the two upper fans installed. We reused the two off of the front out of the three. We still have one left if we wanted to install it. I could put something like down here on the bottom, but I don't really care. We'll see. Depends on, you know, if we have any room left. But now we got the RAM installed, so RGB RAM. Now I'm gonna get the power supply out, start running all the cables, plugging them up, and we should be good to go. Is a little wide, so as you can see, if I put it in there, it would not fit with that bracket. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and put the power supply unit in here and go ahead and install that in the spot, and then we'll go ahead and show you when we're done. All right, so we got the power supply installed. Now we just got to run the cables back here, run it up behind the board, and then plug it into the main motherboard. So still got to connect our fans and the RGB, but we'll get that and be done soon. All right, guys, so now that we got the cables all in, got the power SW, LED plus, and the reset SWs on the bottom. Got your HD audio down here. Got all of the CPU power cables, fan cables. Everything is in. And the motherboard cable, USB cable. On the back side, I'll show you. Power management, not too bad. We're gonna see if this works. This was like kind of a little mess. But yeah, now I just need to hook up my GPU, my graphics card, and then plug these in and we'll be good. All right, guys, so now we got the actual GPU in. This is the Zotac 3090. I'm going to be installing the MSI Gaming X 3080 once it comes in. I ordered it. It is on its way. So we got everything here. We're going to go ahead and get it tested up and fired and make sure everything's good to go. Put the case back together. Here's the final part of the build. Cable management, not bad. As you can see, kind of just use the zip tie to hold this up, double zip tie. Keep that up out of the way and tucked up. So we shall be good. I think we're all set. All right, now to turn her on. So we got the computer turned on for the first time. And as you can see, RGB. All right. really appreciate everyone tuning in and watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the build that I put together. And yeah, thank you guys. Hit that like, subscribe button. Alrighty guys, so this is my brother's setup. I actually helped him build almost the exact same computer with this very similar case. This actually doesn't have the glass on the front. That has a little bit more airflow. But yeah, he did get the 3080 Gaming X Trio in, and I'm gonna show you guys what his looks like, because this is what mine's gonna look like here once mine comes in. As you can see, still got the RGB. There's the 3080 Gaming X Trio. As you can tell with the super ultra wide, it's nice. Yeah, same exact build pretty much. He has a slightly different motherboard, but yeah, awesome.